4 weeks ago in the mountains of Guatemala near Chela, between San Marcos, I visited with a group of 13 women who form a small business collective. Through the availability of microcredit and training programs, they offer support to one another as they raise steers and produce potatoes. As part of an integrated approach to sustainable development, these women produce their own organic fertilizers and natural non-chemical pesticides. Their extra income that they provide to the family generates funds to allow their daughters and sons to attend school, thus breaking patterns of illiteracy. This cost-effective development program that is fully staffed by trained indigenous employees, an agronomist, a health specialist, a social worker, focuses on empowerment and long-term sustainability. Does not focus on charity. It is programs like this that are threatened by the cuts being made to our international development funds. Since the late 1960s, the United Church of Canada, along with many other religious organizations, have over decades and decades participated in co-financed international relief and development programs. And over these many decades, the United Church has developed effective and accountable grassroots partnerships. These form a strong foundation to continue effective development and aid. One of those 13 women, the eldest in the group, was a woman 61 years of age, and she spoke to me both about her youth and her old age. Her name is Santa. She used to be a timid, fearful woman who poo-pooed her skills as a midwife, but no longer. She has found her voice. She takes leadership as she marries her prenatal and birthing knowledge with a deeper understanding of balanced nutrition, organic produce, and natural medicinal plants. Santa is inspiring the next generation of women. She reminded me of another woman I met by the name of Josephine. I met Josephine in the Mathare slum of Nairobi, Kenya. Josephine voluntarily animates a support group for those living with HIV/AIDS so that they can live positively. Ostracized by her family, Josephine migrated to the slums of Nairobi and was next to dead when she walked into the Huruma Clinic, a clinic that is 2 small one-floor buildings that provides HIV services in this slum of 500,000 people. This clinic operates 24 hours a day. While the waiting room is full, it is strangely quiet as a peaceful atmosphere, a place of refuge, is found. No one leaves that place unserviced. Each person receives counseling, undergoes tests with results from at the same visit, all staffed by local Kenyans. Post-test counseling is provided as well as support systems and required medications. This oasis of life receives its funding from many partners, directly funded, in order to avoid siphoning off of money through corruption. The United Church is a partner in this, and its program provides funding for food for the most vulnerable because food is absolutely necessary for antivirals to be efficacious. It's programs like this that suffer and face elimination with reduction of funding. So I'm inspired by Santa and Josephine, and while I'm inspired by them, I'm dismayed by the challenge they and their communities face, and I'm challenged by the moral obligation that I experience in the face of this challenge. As Canadians, and for those of us in the United Church, we recognize the wealth of our society in the global north, and we believe that this places a reality with a moral obligation to be good global citizens, to be an obligation for right relations in our nation and around the globe, and an obligation for meaningful development and partner programs of reparation that redress past injustices. We remain committed to moving beyond aid as charity to a model that has at the center of development just distribution of resources, the restoration of ecosystems, the empowerment of impoverished peoples and communities. And by accessing government funds for development purposes, the Church serves as a steward of the public trust, a stewardship that was upheld by the Church's 2009 endorsement of the Code of Ethics and Operational Standards. When I looked at Josephine, she almost died. But through programming, receiving funds from Canada, she now offers emotional and physical support to others, such that when she chose to marry a man she met in that support group after she thought she was dead and had no life left, the streets of Mathari were lined with people who were dancing and celebrating their marriage. That is value for money. That is transformative, and it's grassroots programs such as this which are cost-effective and transformative. That Huruma Clinic is more than a clinic. It provides arts, drumming, and street drama youth programs for youth who are facing family violence, disease, and death on a daily basis, and they find ways to instill beauty and hope. We as Canadians have a moral responsibility to be a part of instilling that beauty and that hope, and to continue to find ways that will allow us to dance with the people of this world on their streets. We need to reverse these cuts.